Okay, my name is Sarah West. I'm located on the Mansfield campus, and the few things I had to say about feelings of death, I said that I've never cared for a patient who has just died. However, I have cared for some who were actively dying in my CNA clinicals, and I remember feeling lots of pity and sadness for those patients who were no longer responsive but still breathing. It was hard to see these unresponsive patients and realize that they had family, friends, and a whole life before those last moments. And as sad as those moments were, it did make me realize how much I wanted to care for those patients who are often overlooked. So that's what I have to say.
Okay. Hello, my name's Breckenbill. I'm from the Lubbock campus, and what I had written down was I've never had any experience of being with a patient that is dying or just has passed. So I am just shadowing my other CNA. He was very upset about it, and every time he'd walk in the room, he'd visibly be upset. But as nurses, we should always just be available for the patient to talk and to listen for both a patient that is dying and a patient that has just passed.
My name is Marley Fadden. I'm from the Abilene campus, and I said I haven't actively watched anyone die, but I have watched decline in health. And I said actively watching someone who is dying or who has died is a very sore subject to many people, including nurses as well. Nurses get to know the patient and much more, and losing them or actively losing them can be one of the worst feelings. But knowing that you were one of the nurses to help them through all the hard times is such a settling fact, as you know that you did everything that you could for the patient.
I'm Melissa Sinceros. I'm here on the Lubbock campus, and at working on a floor at the hospital, I've seen patients sometimes actively decline. Some of them have had a long journey, and at first it can be very hard to watch them be like that. But knowing that they tell you that they want to be at peace, it helps you kind of calm down, and then being able to help the family as well learn that. But it can be very hard seeing it time and time again. But as nurses, we have to be there to be able to help them.
I'm Abby Carl, and I'm from the Lubbock campus. I think caring for a patient who is actively dying or who has just died is one of the most emotionally taxing parts of nursing. However, it is also an honor and a sacred responsibility of ours. We are often the last people to care and comfort them in their final moments. Dealing with death reminds us how important it is to be present, compassionate, and gentle. It can also shift our perspective, helping us to grow and care more deeply for all our patients.
Okay, perfect. Then we have all done that. So let's see. MJ has worked hard all summer and has been selected to play on the All-Star team. They are so excited, but they are also sad because they realize that the team will have played with for 3 years. They'll be losing the team. And this is known as necessary loss. Do we agree with that?
Yes, they know it's coming to an end.
Okay.
And by the way, the Zoom only has 7:30 left, so we do have to
All
go.
that. Yes. Thank you.
Just so-
Okay, so let's see. So necessary loss is a change as part of our life cycle. It's a loss, and it can be a loss that ends in promotion or something good happening. Perceived loss is not obvious or verified by others. What is an example of this type of loss?
I would say number 4.
For
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so that tells you what the other types were. And then choose the correct fact by clicking A or B for maturational or developmental loss. Okay, what do we think?
B.
B.
Yeah, okay. Okay. What is complicated grief? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
One, because it is over a 6-month period. It's longer.
Okay, I agree with that. You good?
mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Tommy lost his job 9 months ago. He won't leave his home and has not submitted applications and doesn't return calls or texts. This is normal grief. Yes or no?
No,
No.
because it's longer than 6 months.
Okay. Okay, I agree with that. Okay, when a patient is dying, much of their life is out of their own control. Which of the following could you as the nurse do to offer control back to the client?
3, because they're getting to choose.
Okay, I agree with
Yes.
that. Okay, supporting the grieving family. Choose the incorrect action.
4. This sounds a
4.
little harsh.
Yeah, I
Everyone
agree.
moves differently.
Rude. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so we need to share the first word that comes to our minds when we think of death and dying. So I think I probably think of like depression or just kind of like a gray and dark time.
I
I
think, oh, you go
oh,
ahead.
you can go.
I would think fear because it's like people are worried about what they're leaving behind, don't know. Yeah.
I think of at ease due to them just finally getting a piece that they needed.
I think scary because you don't know, or obviously the unknown about the grief and not having them around.
And I think of lonely because people around them might not understand or know what they're feeling.
Awesome. Okay, so the family is asking about advanced directives. A healthcare proxy is either 1 or 2.
One.
One.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. The patient begins to show signs of impeding death. What symptom is not a sign of impeding death?
Warm extremities.
One.
Yeah,
You
I
get
agree.
cool, not warm.
Yeah. Okay. Extremities are cool to the touch. Read that below for more approaching death manifestations. Okay. We're
Okay.
good with all that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. The patient has passed away and you are providing postmortem care for the family to spend time with the patient. Your preceptor walked into the room because you wanted to ensure you prepared the body correctly. Okay. Do we think that they did this correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I agree. It looks like they took all the proper precautions. Okay. Awesome. We escaped with 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Let's go.